My name is Parker Steele Sherry. I'm a junior at East Palestine High School, and I'm a two-sport athlete in track and football.
Parker's personality can be described as he's a very loving, caring, hardworking, dedicated young man.
Well, he was a good kid. I mean, whatever we did, he was all in. Whether we were playing catch or going out hunting or whatever we were doing, he was always dedicating what he was doing and stuff.
When you take a look at the Sherry family, they embody what East Palestine is all about.
Both my mother and my father have both showed me the competitive nature that they grew up with.
We both were high school athletes. Just think it develops good leadership skills by being an athlete, good character. I think there's a lot of foundations as being a good person that you can get from being an athlete.
Parker's first sport he played, I think, was soccer. Then we started getting into flag football, and that's where he really started showing some passion for one particular sport.
Started off, just go out there and have fun. Eventually started getting competitive for me, and I was like starting to get a little antsy, and I was like, I kind of want to, make a difference for this. So then I looked at my dad and I was like, how can I get better? What can I do to get better? He goes, well, you gotta work out, you gotta do stuff on your own. And so that started everything.
To be a good quarterback, you gotta have the complete package. You gotta be in the off-season training, the leadership. You gotta be very resilient.
His football IQ is the highest I've ever dealt with a high school kid.
There's nobody that studies it more than him. He's got a sense for what's going on and what's happening in games. He's very instinctive.
He could score on any play from anywhere on the field and uses weapons, uses the players around him to do what he's got to do. It's pretty exciting.
When Parker gets in his game mode, he is a different animal. I don't ever think I've seen him rattled by a defense or anything like that. He just always, he's ready to go next play.
When you have him in the hole and you see some of his lateral cuts, his lateral movements, he's got the ability to make people miss and makes for some pretty spectacular plays.
That makes him hard to get a solid hit on him. That's why he's also one of our top rushers, because he's got a little wiggle to him.
I go on the field and I say to myself, I know for a fact that nobody on this field has worked harder than me. And I really do feel strongly that way because, I work as soon as football's over until football, the first game.
Parker's earned a number of district and county awards. Most recently, Parker was recognized at the state level, third team All-State. He also received, for the second year, Big 22 honors. So Parker's been recognized at a lot of the local and county levels. Parker's looking to do more than just get his own accolades. Parker's looking at trying to help build the program here.
Let's get family on four. 1, 2, 3, 4, family. Hey guys, you're not going super heavy.
If you want to describe a leader, it's Parker.
In my junior year, I'm now coaching and helping out with 3 teams. The little flag team, little varsity Bulldogs team with my old coach.
They look up to him for leadership, and he would be the person on the phone at 5 o'clock in the morning making the phone calls, and we'd fill my car with as many kids that wanted to go to the weight room as possible.
I'll be sending videos out to them just to, get them hyped up a little bit more. And whenever they're in there, I'm not gonna be the guy just always lifting by myself. I still have to be with them. Hey, we gotta be doing this right now, keep it moving, we can't be talking.
The leadership, it's never negative, it's always positive. Even when other kids are late for practice or for whatever reason, if they have to do what we call sugar cookies, maybe some extra push-ups after practice or some sprints and stuff, he does it with them. It's just his level of character,
It's not just being a vocal leader, it's also being about, showing that you're gonna be there, showing your presence in the weight room, showing that you're giving every single ounce of energy you have in the practices every day.
Parker sits in the top 5% of his class. Parker's been there since the very beginning. Parker's always on the honor roll. Again, Parker works very hard in the classroom to accomplish the things. He knows that it's important not only to function athletically, but also academically. When we compare Parker on the football field to what we see in the classroom, again, it's just that drive. It's that never quit. It's that nobody can tell me that I can't do something.
Parker, he did choir and he was in the honors choir, still did the one-act plays.
You know, it just shows you that, you know, you can be a star on a football field or the baseball field, basketball court, and still do the same in the classroom and do those things like being in the plays and the theater and the choir. You know, he can do anything that he puts his mind to.
Parker's time management skills, I think, are noteworthy. He's the type of individual that the more he has on his plate, almost the better he functions because it keeps him on task.
He has the most amazing ability to be so introspective. Everything about his personality just emanates leadership and teamwork, and he takes a lot of pride in his fellowship.
He goes to the food pantry, they do the blood drives. The football team does an event in town each year, it's called Dog Days.
He takes the time to smell the roses, if you will, such as putting time in the community and doing for others that aren't as fortunate physically or any other capacity as far as doing the things he's able to do.
Parker makes me proud, oh gosh, chokes me up in so many ways. Parker's work ethic in athletics and academics is amazing, but it's his sincerity and his caring that when he works with his special needs children. Just watching him just grow and care about people like that is very special. His friend Hannah, who's autistic, she just lights up when she sees him. Charlie, the 5th grade boy who has cancer, he goes there once a week to visit with him, and it's really special to watch his connection with these kids.
Whoa, where'd he go? He's like a big brother and a role model. He does a lot for me and my other family and all that. We've all been real good friends and stuff. I have 4 other siblings. He brings him and his friends down to my house. He plays football in our yard with us, and when we have a hard time reading, he helps us. He even helps my mom out sometimes around the house. It means a lot.
I feel like giving back to my community, it means everything. And it's not just about helping everybody in the community because it's hard to touch every single person. But people like Charlie, that was one of my biggest motivations, to see him every day and he's sitting there fighting for his life and I'm fighting for a game. I mean, it's completely different. But, you know, I mean, that's his goal. You know, that was his goal, to beat that cancer, and he did. And it was amazing. I cried whenever I heard the news. It was amazing. I was actually in physics whenever I got called out of the office. I thought I was in trouble. The principal called me down. I was like, oh no, you know, what did I do now? I went down and I sat down and he goes, congratulations. I was like, for what? He goes, you were Max Prep's National Player of the Month. I was like, what? I was like, you're messing with me right now. And I was just all smiles, and then he started to talk about it, and I understood how awesome it really is.
I think a lot of people use and look at Max Preps, whether it's recruiters and other kids or just fans of football, you know. So I think it's a great honor. I'm really proud he got chosen.
I was elated. It's quite an honor. You know, I of course know my son's wonderful, but to know other people see it too is very heartwarming.